evening, everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful Wednesday. Today is Wellness Wednesday, so I thought I would come to you with 6 tips that you need to really look at if you really want to optimize your immune health. I always like to say there's always a great time to be healthy, but there's never been a better time than right now to completely activate your own health. Now, obviously, you want to eat right, you want to eat healthy, you want to exercise in moderation, you want to stay hydrated. Drinking hot tea is always good to help kill off any viruses or whatnot that are sensitive to heat. But I'm going to give you 6 tips that you may need to look at if you really truly want to optimize your cellular immune health. And the first one, if you can find it, is something called zinc. It's a mineral. I love zinc because it is just known to really promote immune health. And a friend of mine who lives in Southern California actually messaged me last night asking if I had any Cold-EEZE near me. If I could find Cold-EEZE, Cold-EEZE, COLD-EEZE. It's a zinc lozenge, and she was telling me that all the stores in Southern California were completely sold out. So I said, no problem, go. They probably sell it on Amazon, sold out. I said, well, they go to Walgreens online, sold out. There's just no Cold-EEZE anywhere. So if you can find a zinc supplement, try not to get the brand Cold-EEZE. Well, you won't be able to. So if you need to have help finding a zinc supplement, you might be able to find them, just not looking for that brand. Another mineral that is extremely important for your immune health is something called magnesium. And most adults in the United States, Western Hemisphere, really are deficient in magnesium. We just don't get enough. Our soils are depleted, and it's so crucial. It's involved in thousands of enzymatic processes. It's a cofactor in creation of your body's most important antioxidant, glutathione. All right. So on that note, we'll get to glutathione in a minute. We talked about 2 minerals you need, zinc and magnesium. Hopefully you can find both of those. And another thing you need to take, or actually think about taking if you want to optimize your immune system, is D3. And definitely want to take it with K2 in a liposomal form if you can find one. D3 is so important in regulating your innate and adaptive immune system. It helps your white cells complement binding so your body can detect foreign invader versus self. Super critical. So we've covered magnesium, zinc, and D3. Now we're going to focus on the gut, okay? Your gut is a long tube, you know this, from one end to the other. It's 1 cell layer thick, and that 1 cell layer thick is the complete barrier to all of the offending agents of the outside world, and it's protecting you, your insides, from all of those. So you want a healthy gut. 80% of your immune system is in the gut. So you want to feed your beneficial bacteria the soluble fiber that it needs, and hint, you don't eat enough. We used to eat 100 grams a day. Now we eat fewer than 10. You want to at least get 50 grams of soluble fiber. If you want to know the one I use, I'm happy to share it with you. But when you give your good bacteria the foods that they want, they will crowd out the not so good bacteria, okay? And your gut bacteria are going to produce glutathione, something you need. They're going to produce all kinds of vitamins and minerals to help you fight all kinds of infections, and they're also going to help you regulate your blood sugar and your neurotransmitters. So it's super important. On that note, after you've started to feed the beneficial good bacteria the soluble fiber that they need, you might also want to supplement with a good quality probiotic. Now, the problem with most probiotics is they are exposed to air, and so air oxidizes them. They're delicate little microbes. They're going to get killed. So you want to have a vacuum sealed probiotic. You want to have one that's also, in addition to being vacuum sealed, you want to have one that's double wall protected against what? The stomach acid, because the stomach acid is there to protect you from germs, right? So it's going to kill the little buggers unless you get a probiotic that is double walled, vacuum sealed. Well, obviously vacuum sealed so they're alive inside the capsule, but you definitely want them alive when they get out of the capsule too, so that they can get to your intestines and do their job. So you definitely want to look for one that's double wall protected. And you know what is really, really interesting is zinc. That Cold-EEZE we were just talking about, it's been clinically proven to reduce the severity and length of colds. Something else has too, and that is something called Wellmune. You can buy Wellmune online by itself, and then you can buy a probiotic and a prebiotic, but you can also get certain probiotics have Wellmune in it, and I love that because Wellmune is a patented beta-glucan that's actually a prebiotic. It helps feed the bacteria, the good guys, And it also is clinically proven to reduce the incidence, severity, and duration of common colds and flu in multiple peer-reviewed published studies. So you might want to get your hands on some Wellmune if you can get it, preferentially in a probiotic that is vacuum sealed and double wall protected. All right, now we're getting into the big stuff you may not have heard of. Your body has innate pathways in it that are like a cellular stress thermostat. And one in particular is called the master regulator of the body's cytoprotective response. What is cytoprotective? Cellular protection. And this pathway, when it's activated, will bind to your DNA, an area on your DNA called the antioxidant response element. And that is the area where your DNA can code for hundreds and hundreds of good guys, the survival genes, those things like glutathione, superoxide dismutase. That sounds like it's a big word, but it's basically killing off the superoxide radical. And you don't want that going too crazy. You definitely need a little bit. You definitely need a little bit to kill the bad guys, but if it goes in a spiral unchecked, it starts damaging your lungs and causing all kinds of problems. So we really want to make sure our bodies are optimized to have the right number of good guys versus the bad guys. So your body can, mount a good defense against any invader, right? So when you activate the master pathway, the master regulator of your body's cellular protection, your body makes the good guys in just the right amount to help you keep that balance. And what balance are we talking about? We're talking about something called oxidative stress. And if you read anything about what's going on in the world today, you know that the underlying cause of all that goes wrong with issues with any exposure to things that you don't want to be exposed to, whether it's EMF, whether it's germs, whether it's radiation, whatnot, it's all overactive oxidative stress or excessive oxidative stress. So when you activate that pathway in your body, that is the cellular protective response, you reduce oxidative stress back to the level of a healthy child. And who doesn't have to worry about scary things as much as healthy children, right? So you want to have your oxidative stress levels at the level of a healthy child. Okay, and then there's another pathway that is a kind of a master regulator of your body's mitochondrial biogenesis. As we get older, that oxidative stress we were talking about, it starts to gradually kill off our mitochondria. Our mitochondria are responsible for energy production. 95% of our energy is produced through oxidative phosphorylation. ATP synthesis is done in the mitochondria. But if your body's mitochondria are damaged from oxidative stress, they start to die off, and now your body's trying to do all of the work of protecting and healing and repairing and thinking and digesting and contracting and all the things that your body does with fewer and fewer and fewer mitochondria. That is no bueno. So if you want to do the work of fighting off bad things and letting your good guys do the work, you need to make sure that you have enough mitochondria. So we've covered 6 things that you definitely want to look at in order to optimize your immune system. And for those of you that are joining, thank you so much. If you find value, please share this. People need to know this stuff. There's some things that we're talking about here that people have no idea even exist. And for those of you who don't know me, by the way, you're on my wall, but if you haven't met me before, I'm Shawn McKee, otherwise known as the Vitality MD, and I'm absolutely passionate about helping motivator doers flip the switch on their vitality genes so they can feel better, do more, and become the absolute best versions of themselves. So if you got a lot of information out of this, please share it. And if you'd like to get more tips, tricks, and vitality hacks, just drop the word group below, and I'll send you an invitation to our free physician-led, fun and interactive educational community where we share all kinds of tips. All right, so thank you so much. Remember, drink a lot of water, hot water if you can. Get some exercise, but not too much, and just really take care of yourself. Stay healthy and keep your attitude great. And I'm so thankful that you joined me, and I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday evening. Take care. Bye-bye.